Camp Cretaceous Season 4 is just under a month away, and we've got so many questions which are going to be answered, like Darius and Kenji after their massive fight at the end of Season 3. Is it going to split the entire camp? Well, we're going to find out, and we're going to be talking about that today, so I hope you're ready. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, it does really help me out. And don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with all things Camp Cretaceous Season 4. Right, let's get straight into the video. Hello everybody and welcome to today's video with me, Shadows, where we're going to be talking about Camp Cretaceous Season 4 with Darius and Kenji and their current relationship and how it's going to affect Season 4, because it is going to be pretty big. You know, there's a huge rift there at the moment, and we're going to discuss that in full. There's so many theories coming out at the moment, there's so much speculation with Season 4, to the point where we even got theories about a Stiggy Moloch on the boat, which is, in my eyes, a bit bizarre because the noise on the boat doesn't sound anything like a herbivore, but there we are. Yeah, we've got some absolute crazy theories, but today we're going to be talking about Darius and Kenji and how that is going to affect Season 4. Now, as you remember, at the end of Season 3, Darius and Kenji had a massive fight and they're now no longer speaking, and that fight was over the fact that Dr. Wu and his mercenaries had Brooklyn hostage and they wanted the laptop in exchange for basically handing Brooklyn back to them. Now, Kenji just wanted to give the laptop and get their friend back, but Darius, on the other hand, wanted to do all kinds of plots which could put Brooklyn in huge danger, which Kenji doesn't agree with. And to be honest, I agree with Kenji on this one. So they had a massive fight about it. Kenji runs off and does the right thing, and then at the end of the season they're clearly not speaking and it's left at that, with obviously the dinosaur on the boat. So where does that leave us for Season 4? So we know the campers are going to a new island in Season 4. Now, where this island is highly likely going to be Isla Sona. Even if it isn't, it's still going to play a huge toll, their relationship, on that new season. So you imagine they land on their new island now. Kenji and Darius, they're not talking, which means there's going to be two separate teams. Now, that could create a huge problem for Season 4, because it could mean that you could see two groups go off into the island on their own. You could have Group Kenji and Group Darius. Obviously the group is going to be torn, especially if Kenji and Darius are at lockheads and they don't agree with each other, because you could very much have Kenji going, well, I want to go to the North Island, and Darius could be like, well, I want to go to the south part of the island. And they separate on this new island, which would mean a split in the campers, which would play a huge part on the story of Camp Cretaceous Season 4. Now, no one spoke about this at all, so it's absolutely brand new in my eyes on a content creator's channel to talk about this. So if they did split into two groups, that would play a huge part. But if they didn't, how would they even make up from that ending on Season 4? Would it be a very much simple affair where they land on the island and all of a sudden they become best friends again? That would seem quite shallow from a storytelling point of view, so I couldn't imagine them just becoming great friends as soon as they land on the new island. Something would have to happen to make them become friends again and earn each other's trust. Something which would build the trust in them together. So whether Darius saves Kenji from something or Kenji saves Darius from the monster on the boat, it could be absolutely anything. You know, they could be on the boat before they even get to the island to build that trust, and Darius or Kenji saves the other, either or, from that monster on the boat. Not a Stiggy, by the way. So it could quite easily have something along them lines, but it could take a very interesting turn. You know, personally I feel they're going to land on the island and they're probably not going to make up for a good few episodes, and a pinpoint in that season will make them make up and become friends again. Like I said, an event of such, maybe that dinosaur on the boat comes back to hunt them, maybe it's the Spinosaurus, maybe it is another dinosaur entirely we are yet to see, maybe it's the Mosasaurus which brings them back together. But I do think it's going to be a very important part of the story in Season 4, because if they just land and all of a sudden they're back best friends again, very shallow for the storytelling point of view, and they could quite easily land there, Darius and Kenji, again, at loggerheads. They have two groups, and that would make so much interesting story. That could even play a part into the new part we see on that little teaser announcement, we see a desert part. Half of the group could go to another part of that island where they're in a desert part, or they could even get transported by Manticorp, then they need to be rescued by the other half of the campers. So you could have Darius, I don't know, Sammy and Yaz taken away by Manticorp to this new location, and then Kenji and the others will have to rescue them. Who really knows? It's very, very interesting though. Very, very interesting. By the way, guys, don't forget to follow me on my socials. I've got a Discord, and don't forget to check out the merch shop as well, because there's plenty on there. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, it does help me, and don't forget to subscribe for more content, because there is plenty on the channel. I'd like to thank my patrons as always, my YouTube members as always, and my research executive Alira Plays for supporting the channel. It does really help me out. You never have to, but that extra bit of support does really help me out in the times we're at the moment. So thank you very much. And with that, I'd like to thank you for watching the video. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Shadows, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now. Don't forget to check out my Twitter and my Discord and my merch shop and all my other videos. Go and do it now. What are you waiting for? Do it now. So as you remember, at the end of Season 3, Darius and Kenji had a massive bust up, and they're basically not speaking to each other at all, because Darius obviously wanted to... What did Darius actually want to do? Wanted to keep the research for himself, didn't he?